Hello, it's Richard Haggerty here, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about why you need to make a choice to become a non-smoker, why you're the one who needs to choose this, why you're the one who needs to make a decision that you're going to stop smoking for good. You see, after working now for well over 2 decades, helping hundreds and hundreds of people to stop smoking for good and permanently, you can't help but notice a few clues about what it is that hold people back. And it's not, some of these things are much more subtle than you might think. Some actually become very, very obvious over time. But actually, stopping smoking, I can tell very, very quickly during a consultation with somebody, during a strategy call, when they're at the point where they are ready to change and when they're really going to do it easily, quickly, and simply. So I'd like to talk a little about that today so that you have some understanding of some of the kind of things that you can look for in yourself or some of the qualities you can foster to become a non-smoker. Let's look at a red flag first of all, because I think this will set the context, right? This is somebody who's not ready to stop smoking, all right? A classic thing, their wife phones up, their boyfriend phones up, a friend phones up. Hey, my friend Bob would like to stop smoking. My wife Susan would like to stop smoking. My husband Pete would like to stop smoking, all right? If somebody is not willing to pick up the phone themselves, or in my case, just fill out an online form themselves to stop smoking. If other people are taking responsibility for them, I'm afraid at that point that person is not going to succeed. All right, you have to get to the point where you are responsible for yourself, and you realize, you know what, I want to make this change. I want to do it on my own terms, because then you have the motivation, the intrinsic motivation that we can use to help you transform. So it's really important that the initial contact for stopping smoking comes from you, and it comes not because of pressure applied from other people, but because you've been able to take a look and really reflect on this yourself. I'll give you an example. I had a client a while back. He contacted me and he said, look, I used to train when I was younger. I used to be quite fit. I've got two young kids now. I'm in my 30s, and honestly, I can't keep up with them around the park. I was out there last week. I got completely out of breath. I was struggling. Enough is enough. I want to change. All right. We've got all the ingredients there of needing to change. Enough is enough. Strong reason, intrinsic motivation. I've made that decision, and I knew that client was going to stop quickly, easily. Literally within a few minutes, they were a non-smoker. You can be a non-smoker quickly and easily too, as long as you make a decision inside yourself and go through the process of being able to get your attitude and mindset in the right place so that you leverage the power of your subconscious mind. How can you do that? Get yourself a strong reason. Find yourself the reason of all reasons. Now, it could even be, look, I love smoking, I love the taste of it, I love the smell of it, I love the social aspect of it. But you know what? It is dominating my life, it's controlling me. I'm being controlled by a few herbs, a few leaves, a bit of paper wrapped around some leaves. It's dominating everything that I do. Enough is enough. All right? I don't want this anymore. I want to change. I want to be free. I want my life to be different. I want to live it on my own terms. That's the power of that. That's the symbol that you can have of stopping smoking. You see, when people quit, it's often a moment's decision that they make. Let me give you an example. A client of mine was at university, and he found himself during his first year waking up in the night. One particular night he woke up at 2 in the morning, got up from his bed, went over to his desk and rolled a cigarette because it was cheaper to have the rolling tobacco. But he was getting up at night, and he got up, had the cigarette, and as he went back to bed, he looked over at the side and he thought, man, those few leaves on the side are controlling me. They're controlling me to the point where I can't even sleep at night. That is terrible. I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. Enough is enough. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to quit. And they set a date. They got the support they needed, and they've been a non-smoker ever since. So it's you who has the power to stop smoking. All the power comes from you. The advertisers have done a good job of marketing through films and through creating associations that it's that once you're in the smoking club, you can enjoy, it's fun, you're on a bit of an adventure, this is a reward, it feels good inside. But actually, you have the power to change. You have the power to transform this, and it will happen very, very easily and very, very quickly when it's done the right way. There's usually a couple of key points. One is that point where you get to where you observe the habit for yourself and you say, no way, I'm not going to tolerate this. And then the second is the actual moment where you know that you've let go of the feeling. And letting go of the feeling is really what I can help you to do. All right, it's what a stop smoking expert can help you to do, because it's breaking a subconscious connection so you become a non-smoker. Becoming a non-smoker actually is very, very easy. It's very, very straightforward, because you don't really have to do anything. I mean, think about it. You have to stop buying cigarettes. You have to stop thinking about them. You have to stop spending money. I mean, basically, you're not doing things. It's not like you're training to do a marathon. It's not like you're trying to lose 10 stone. You can absolutely make that change in a few seconds. It's a little switch that happens inside your mind and your body and your feeling, and you'll know when you're at that place. And it may be that you have to go through several cycles to do that, but those cycles can happen over a period of a few minutes. It's not uncommon when we work with clients that they can stop smoking in 10, 20 minutes, half an hour. Okay, most people can quit in a single session doing that, but all the support is there. When you have somebody who's committed to helping you, you can change, but you're the one who's got to make the decision, I want to stop smoking now. So it's important not to underestimate this power inside your mind of making a firm decision. Think about the things that you've done in your life, the things that you've achieved. You will have set out with a sense of certainty. It's like, I've absolutely got to do this. This is it. I'm doing it. And you've gone and you've taken action and you've done that. It's exactly the same with stopping smoking. It's why when people invest in having a stop smoking expert work with them, so they get that done quickly, easily and efficiently, they have all the confidence of knowing that they've invested in themselves, that they're taking it seriously. And when they do that, their subconscious mind says, okay, hang on a minute, he, she, they want to make a change. I know they want to make a change. They're totally serious. Let's get behind it. All right. And that's what you want to do. We've got to get subconscious support to make change easy so you can be a non-smoker. When we say have unconscious support, or the support of your subconscious, all right, it's not just about listening to a recording or something like that saying you're a non-smoker or this kind of nonsense. No, you know that you're driven by feelings and by emotions, all right, and this is really how life works. We have these psychological needs that we seek to fulfill, and sometimes that can be simply trying to avoid pain or avoid sadness or all these other kinds of things. They tend to be kind of like hidden in the background. So working with the subconscious means really leveraging the power of that, taking all that energy and showing that smoking is not the way to do it, but to allow a person to experience the sense of fulfillment without the need for anything external. Once that happens, you're truly empowered to be a non-smoker. So make a decision to stop smoking. Just look at it and make that decision. Make a decision today that enough is enough. I want to stop smoking. When you make a decision that you are no longer going to smoke, you're no longer going to be controlled by a few leaves or some vape or some smoke. When you make that decision, your life transforms. No one can make it for you. And if you don't make that decision, then you will just go through your life with this kind of seesaw effect of doing stuff with the risk to your health, all the expense, all the cost, all this sort of mental energy that you're wasting on this. So it's up to you to make that decision. But when you make it for yourself and you make a decision on your own terms, you can be a non-smoker, you can stop smoking, and you can do that and enjoy the benefits of that for the rest of your life.